Hello, this is Pam. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I have a wedding card to share. And it uses the retired or retiring products that just came out yesterday, as many of you know. The retired list from Stampin' Up! Is out, and I've used everything on this card is retiring except for the pearls and the cardstock colors. They are staying. This is a crumb cake card base, and I've cut the cardstock in half on the long length and folded it there at 5.5. So that's the card base there. And along with the retired list, it's in anticipation for the new catalog that will be out in June. And while everyone is excited to see the new products, sometimes it's sad to see some of the old ones go. In my case, it is this beautiful background stamp called I Love Lace. And it is retiring. And it's so sad because it is so pretty. I love the background stamps. They're so big. Let me get mine out of here. This is the clear mount version. You can see there, it's just on the cling foam. And I want to give you, for some of you who aren't familiar with the Stampin' Up's background stamps, they're huge. They will completely cover, and then some, the whole front of a card. Now this is a A2 size card base, which is 4.25 by 5.5, and you can see that it completely covers it, and it leaves just even a little bit of an edge all the way around. So they're really a large stamp. They will absolutely cover the whole front of the card, and all of their background stamps are this size, whether it be a cling mount or the wood mount. You can still get the wood mount stamps. But that one is going away. And all of the retired stamps will still be available. They're guaranteed to be available until May 26th, I believe. They will still make them. Now, all the other accessories and whatnot, those are while supplies last. But the stamps will definitely still be available. So, for the card, the layer here is a piece of Very Vanilla, and it's cut at 4 inches by 5.25, and I've stamped that with the crumb cake ink because it's a monochromatic card, so it uses all the same color. So I've already stamped that onto this piece of cardstock, and I lay my stamp down, and then I put my piece of cardstock over top of it and just rub with my hand. I never try to stamp that big giant stamp on top of my cardstock. I always lay it down and then stamp. You can see I've got ink on there. But that is the background I'm going to be using, and I have another card base here, same thing. This is the other half of the sheet of 8.5 by 11. So we'll go ahead and attach that. And I'm using the fast fuse. And if you haven't seen the retired list, I do have a link on my blog. You can go there. I always put a link to my blog in the video descriptions of all my videos there. But the sticky strip is being retired. I don't know if it's because of the fast fuse or if they're making a narrower sticky strip. I don't know yet, but the sticky strip is going away. It is on the retired list. Alright, so there's that attached to the card base. The next stamp set I'm going to be using is called Label Love. That one also is retiring. Along with the stamp set, it's coordinating punches going on to the retired list. The artisan label. I believe there are 12 punches that are retiring. Yes, 12. That's a lot. So any stamp set that coordinates with this punch, they're all being retired. So this is the stamp set here, Label Love. I'm going to make the wedding card, so I'm using the Mr. and Mrs. here. So I've already stamped that onto my Very Vanilla. And I'm just going to punch it out with this matching punch there. It's so sad to see the punches go. But I can't wait also to see the new ones. Because you know if they retire punches, they will bring in new ones, I'm hoping. The next, to back that, because it blends in a little bit too much, so to back that, I'm using the oval punch. Now this one's not being retired. The scalloped oval will still be in the next catalog, but, let me scoot that up. The paper piercing pack is being retired. This is the Essentials paper piercing pack. It's got 3 different sheets there. This framelit set's being retired. I believe that punch is being retired. This one's already gone. This one's already gone. I believe that one's going. But there's the scalloped oval there. Of course, you still have your circles you can use in your decorative label. And then there's this sheet. And some of these framelit borders are being retired. So this set is being retired. The paper piercing pack. But all you do is you punch out your shape there, and then you take your template with your paper piercing tool and your foam pad, and you just lay that over top of your shape, and then punch all around those holes so you get a little extra added design onto your punch shape. But I thought I'd share that with you. And that one I'm just going to stick down there, and I'm going to put a foam dot onto that label. So get my dimensionals, attach that, and stick this down. Again, I'm going to use the fast fuse. And I'm going to use my grid paper to line it up a little bit so I get it straight. Stick that down. Simple card. Pretty for wedding because of the lace. I think that's very fitting. So that's the label there. And then for the embellishments, that is the Boho Blossoms Punch. It's been around a long time. It's being retired. So I decided to use these 3 flowers to use as my embellishments there. And I'm going to punch them out with, again, the crumb cake cardstock. So slide that in. And then I did use a Very Vanilla one, again, for the center of that one because it is big. And I did use a large pearl in the center of that. So get another little piece of scrap paper, and it's this one there, kind of a flower, or also looks like a scallop, very tiny scallop circle. But this punch is being retired after this year. Alright, so you can flip these up. You can take your foam paper piercing pad and push the centers down of each of those and pop them up. This one I did a little bit. This card I'm going to leave just the way they are, just plain. So, get my pieces. It's the right side. What do I need? My pearls and my glue dots. And we'll attach those together. I'm actually out. You can see my sheet of my pearls there. Completely out of the medium-sized. If I had the medium-sized one, I would probably put it on that flower there. But I have 2 sheets of these pearls and absolutely none of the medium-sized. Completely out of those. That's alright. So I will use a large one on this flower here. And then the other ones, like I said, if I had the medium ones, I would definitely use it. Here's my little scissors. And then the little tiny ones are the same size as these, but they're in a strip. But you can just cut them apart. I think that one's already cut. Because they're the same size that's up here. I'm going to stick those into the centers. Like that. Then I'm going to use glue dots again to attach these, because that's the easiest way to attach these flowers. So just one in the center of each of these. Oops. Put that right up into the corner. Kind of balances out a little bit of the label there. And you could add little pearls to the centers of these flowers too, as well. And that's the card that I have for you today. You can see it's a little bit dimensional there when I popped them up, but you can also, if you don't want to do that, you can just take your finger around there and pop them up a little bit more. But get your hands on these retired products. I absolutely love this stamp. I will keep this to use because it's so pretty. I love it. And I will miss the punches, of course. But yes, there's a link to my blog. You can visit it. The link is down below the video to the PDF list of the retired products. So I hope you enjoy this and get your list going for all the goodies that are on there. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.